But there's really no denying it. Babies can be so adorable. But because most infants can't talk until they're about 2 years old, it can be very frustrating trying to figure out their needs. Until now. We recently discovered an ingenious formula for getting tots to talk much sooner than expected.
There's a bird, I see him.
12-month-old Mason Berg can tell his parents he sees a bird, that he wants to get out the swing, or that he's ready to nurse.
That's a nursing sign.
Hey, Mason's giving us the sign.
Also sign when he wants to read, and that it's time to brush his teeth. Deaf people use signs to talk, and now, so can infants. Rob and Julia Berg of Seattle are among a growing number of parents teaching their babies to communicate with basic American Sign Language.
I was interested in the idea that he could communicate with us much earlier by signing than he would be able to by speaking. That it might be 18 months longer for speaking, but that with signing as early as 9 months he could communicate, say something back to us, and that's fascinating to me. That's, when you have a baby, that's a long time.
The idea of teaching normal hearing babies to talk to their parents through sign language was the brainchild of Joseph Garcia, a child development educator in Bellingham, Washington.
Do you like so? Yes.
In 1986, Garcia noticed that deaf parents communicated with their infants much earlier than hearing parents, and it got him thinking.
The aha experience came, I think, when I was realizing that when I saw a little baby go like this one time, and I know that this is a sign for milk, and I thought, I wonder how early a child can actually associate that movement with wanting a drink of milk or the breast or what have you.
To find out, Garcia tried using sign language with his 2 infant sons.
And then eventually one day they really wanted something, and they reached up their hands and put them together for more. And from that point on, once I responded to that, they realized that they could do a gesture and get what they wanted. And it was a much easier step than screaming for it. So once they learned that first sign and got reinforcement, of course, the second, third, and fourth sign just started coming very quickly.
Garcia realized he was on to something. He spent the next 3 years devising a practical teaching method by working with parents and their babies in signing workshops.
A child's vocal development happens between 16, 18, 22 months, but they can reach their hands out and clap their hands and put their hands together much earlier, 6, 7 months old. What we're really waiting for is the maturation process in the brain to connect emotion with getting satisfaction of something that they want.
Garcia identified 130 signs that were easy to teach and easy to understand, like rain, jump, help, and book.
What I try to teach parents is to focus on the basic needs of the child, eating, drinking, things that they do every day, and giving a sign to represent those activities. For example, at mealtime, let's say that the child takes a break and drinks a cup of water from time to time. You could have them eating, and then when it's time to drink, make the water sign, and then hand the cup. The child will associate the water sign with getting water to drink.
Garcia has now written a book which parents can use to teach their toddlers to talk. He says lessons can begin as early as 6 months. 9-month-old Sienna Votri has been signing for 2 months.
Sometimes we ask her if she wants to eat, and she'll jump up, you know, sort of jump in her seat or reach up and smile and laugh and giggle, and she is obviously understands what we're saying and is communicating back that that's what she wants.
Pet the kitty like that, yeah.
I had been trying to limit it to maybe 4, 5, 6 signs, hoping she would get that and then we'd move on. But having learned that she could pick up as many as I can throw out to her, I think I'm going to try as many as I can learn myself.
In fact, it facilitates communication to the point that those babies who've been signing tend to speak earlier, and when they do, they have more to talk about.
Now 3 years old, Mason Berg learned 26 signs before he was able to talk. Once he began to talk, the signing stopped.
I definitely think it bridged the gap between the time when he started talking and when he could really speak clearly. I didn't realize that that would be a long time as a new parent. You know, who knows what that means? But if he's doing this, we know exactly what he's talking about.
It really touches your heart to see an 8, 9, 10-month-old infant being able to clearly communicate their needs to a parent. There's nothing more anxious or frustrating for a parent than to not know what their child wants and to satisfy their needs. And this offers a modality to establish that link, that communication. I'm surprised that people haven't been doing this long ago.